This week in Jamaica Now, worry over the coronavirus. It's now a global emergency. A Jamaican student pleads for help to leave China.
We want to go home, Jamaica. We don't want to stay in China. We don't want to stay in China.
The UWI activates its corona response plan. Then a magnitude 7.7 earthquake strikes northern Caribbean countries, causing panic in Jamaica and damage in the Cayman Islands. Shock as retired basketball star Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 other people are killed in a helicopter crash. Grief at Vauxhall as a teacher is murdered by gunmen, but not before he killed one of his attackers.
This one is for all of us. This one is for reggae. This one is for Jamaica.
Koffee wins Reggae Grammy Award. And remember this? Teacher now facing disciplinary hearing, and she's getting support from her colleagues. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. There is increasing worry about the deadly coronavirus now confirmed in 23 countries, weeks after it was discovered in Wuhan, China. On Thursday, the World Health Organization declared it a global health emergency. Up to Friday, there were 9,800 cases of the virus in China, with 213 deaths. It has caused anxiety among foreigners like Jamaican student AKARA GOLDSON, who is pleading for help from the Jamaican authorities to return home.
Nobody wants to stay. We all want to leave because this is a death and life situation. It has gotten so bad that you don't have to be in contact with me for me to get the virus. It is so easy to catch the virus right now. It has gone to second mutations to show you how much it has been widespread. We want to go home, Jamaica. We don't want to stay in China. We don't want to stay in China.
And Jamaica's Foreign Affairs Minister KAMINA Johnson-Smith says the government is trying to help.
I've reached out to international partners to see what assistance could be provided, if any. Second, we, the government of Jamaica, we're assessing what's in our capacity to do for you. And third, we're also asking for your understanding that the arrangements for evacuations or transport, those have been special arrangements negotiated by countries with large, strong health systems and with their own airlift or national airlines. And they have negotiated their arrangements understanding that the official WHO guidance and the Chinese government guidance has been to reduce the risk of spread by reducing travel.
Meanwhile, the Health Ministry has issued a travel ban against China. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton also said several other measures have been put in place to prepare Jamaica in the event the virus gets here. And the University of the West Indies, Mona, has activated its coronavirus response plan for its students and a staff member in China. The UWI also says it is closely monitoring the situation. According to the UWI, 36 of its students are enrolled in a Bachelor's of Science Software Engineering program at the UWI China Institute of Information Technology. The university says at this time of inter-semester break, 28 students and 1 administrator are currently in Suzhou, China. This is not within the epicenter of the virus. However, the UWI says it is engaging global precautionary measures as well as the positions adopted by its stakeholder governments in relation to travel advisories and screening protocols. In the meantime, the Chinese Institute remains closed until February 23, when the new semester is expected to begin. There was anxiety in Jamaica this week after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake 125 kilometers north-northwest of Lucy, Hanover, sent tremors across the island. People ran out of buildings in New Kingston and Portmore St. Catherine. A tsunami watch was also issued for Jamaica, but it was soon lifted. There were no reports of damage or death in Jamaica. However, in the Cayman Islands, the impact was more severe. The driveway to the Cricket Square parking lot in Georgetown was damaged, and a video showed damage to a liquor store on the islands. The global sporting fraternity has reacted with shock at the passing of retired basketball star Kobe Bryant. Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 other people died when the helicopter in which they were traveling crashed in Calabasas, California. The helicopter burst into flames on impact. Media reports indicate that it was foggy and visibility was poor. And Kobe's widow, Vanessa, took to Instagram this week to say thanks to people for the outpouring of support amid her loss. And there was grief at the Vauxhall High School in Kingston this week following the weekend murder of 36-year-old theater arts teacher Carl Samuels. Samuels, who was also a licensed firearm holder, was leaving the school on Saturday when he was attacked by 2 men. he managed to kill one of them, who turned out to be an 18-year-old boy. Staff and students wept at devotions on Monday and had to be provided with counseling. Principal Prudence Brown Pinnock said Mr. Samuels' loss will immensely impact the school, as he was very active in several areas. He was also the husband of a vice principal at the school. And the body of an 11-year-old boy, Mark Leslie, who had been reported missing on Wednesday, was on Friday afternoon found in a riverbed in Temple Hall, St. Andrew. A search was launched for the grade 6 Mannings Hill Primary student after he did not show up for school. According to Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Griffiths, he was found with his sweater over his head. A devastated Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew West Rural, who was at the scene, condemned the killing. Marsha Lee Crawford, the teacher who was caught on camera threatening to harm a student, this week appeared at a disciplinary hearing at the school. Ms. Crawford engaged in a confrontation with a student late last year after he reportedly became boisterous after another student accused him of stealing her phone. Since the incident in November last year, Crawford has been on leave. On Thursday, when she turned up at the Pembroke High School for day one of her two-day disciplinary hearing, she was supported by other teachers and students.
You can't send your bad people come to school and expect a teacher to discipline you. Start at home. So you can expect your people to come and talk to you anywhere, and they come and teach you to come to school and talk to the teacher anywhere the teacher to take it. It doesn't work like that.
The fact is that the indiscipline is in school is just too much for the teachers to carry. Yesterday I was at a parent-teachers meeting all the way out there in St. Catherine. And when I listen to some of the things that the teachers are undergoing in the classrooms, I said to myself that, you know, I think that the teachers may need some sort of counseling. And when I listen further, I said to myself that, you know, I am kind of getting a little bit traumatized too, because some of those things that the teachers are enduring, they are really beyond what any human being could be thinking at this time in Jamaica.
And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@dinnerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Dinner and on Facebook at Dinner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, more from AKARA GOLDSON, the Jamaican student studying in China.
We're begging the Jamaican government, come together by whatever means. Send for your Jamaican people, send for your nationals, because it is not pretty, my Jamaican people. It is not pretty. It's a very scary situation. We are willing to go in isolation. We are willing to go through the proper quarantine processes, but nowhere is safer than Jamaica. We want to come home. Truth be told, reassurance and guidance cannot help us at this time, because this is a death and life situation. The government is not proactive as well. They have to be proactive. The truth be told, we are not Chinese. We are Jamaican citizens, and it is the government. It is the government that is supposed to look out for their citizens. It is the government that is supposed to take out their people out of such crisis.